Big League Baseball is all about the fans, and for the second time this year, we join you from the bleachers here at Truist Park. A very special guest joins Jeff Francoeur and me. It's a Baby Braves reunion as Brian McCann joins us as the Braves and Rockies meet in Game 3 of our series. We're going to zip right along with you tonight here on Valley Sports. World champion Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. It's a very special night of Braves baseball as Atlanta wraps up their season series with the Colorado Rockies. We join you from the bleachers, and it is a Baby Braves reunion tonight. Hi again, friends. Chip Carey, Jeff Francoeur, and look who we found. Our old pal Brian McCann, partner. We've been waiting for this night for a long time.
We have, and no disrespect to Chipper Jones or Tom Glavine, but I've been waiting forward to this one for a lot longer. When your best friend, growing up, known him since 10, is out here with you. We're going to have a blast today. Mac, what are you most looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to see the Baby Braves and Spencer Strider on the mound. One of the best young arms in the game. Sits at 100 with a slider. What he's done this year has been incredible. I can't wait to see it in person.
We have one very small tip for you, Brian.
Give it to me.
Don't let him see you sweat.
I'm on my third shirt, ladies and gentlemen.
But we're ready to go nonetheless. The Braves try to win the series outright with the Colorado Rockies, as B-Mac said. Spencer Strider is going to be bringing the heat as we get you set with starting lineups. First pitch from the bleachers at Truist Park right after this.
Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life. And buy the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
It's a beautiful night, a hot night in Atlanta. As you saw Brian McCann, he joins us from the bleachers here in right field at Truist Park for the Braves and Rockies. Atlanta a chance to win this series. Spencer Strider is the man on the mound facing the Colorado Rockies, who've had a rough time of it on the road. Colorado just 20-43 for Bud Black away from Coors Field. But as we've seen all series long, the top four on their the Toyota starting lineup has been the problem for Atlanta in the series. Got to make sure you handle those four guys. And who better to do that than Spencer Strider, B-Mac, and Jeff? I know, Brian, you've been waiting to see this guy in person for a long time.
I mean, watching him on TV, when you can sit at 100 and you have a wipeout slider, you have two elite pitches. And when he pitches at the top of the zone, ahead in the count with two strikes with that slider, he becomes unhittable at times.
Well, Jeff, he's coming off a great August. We start September tonight. We'll talk more about Spencer's individual numbers, but more importantly, for the Braves to win this series, what are your four keys?
Well, Brian just said it. Electric. He's got an electric fastball. Go right after him. Make him hit that. And you know what? Win one for Mac. He's out here with us today. Got it. We're 3 games back. Take 2 out of 3 today. See what happens.
How about this view?
It doesn't get any better than this. This is my favorite park in baseball. When I came back here in 19, this is it doesn't get any better than this. The battery, the way in center field, the view you have from home plate with the skyscrapers out there, the hotels, it's just an incredible park.
Now, outfielders are used to this kind of view. Is it jarring for you as a catcher, used to looking out at the outfield?
It looks like a different game out here, for sure.
So Ryan McMahon's going to lead off against Spencer Strider, the Braves right-hander, 8-4 on the year. The Braves are 10-6 in games he has started so far this year. Rockies in their road purple, Braves in the home whites as Strider gets things started. And a blazing strike, says Manny Gonzalez, our home plate umpire. 158 strikeouts for Strider in 106 2/3 innings this year.
And you saw that strong record at home. Undefeated, 2.06.
He comes right at you. Comes right at you from the first pitch till the last. And he almost gains steam later the game goes.
Bigger the moment.
Yeah.
2 quick strikes. And upstairs for the Colorado leadoff man. You mentioned he throws 2 pitches for the most part. What's it like catching a guy with 2 pitches like his?
Well, when you can locate like he does, it's a catcher's dream, and he can expand down the zone. I mean, look, you can see he's coming right at you, and as a hitter, he puts you on the defensive to make you make a play. And when you do that in the postseason, I mean, that's when stuff like this plays even higher.
At the knees, strike 3 called. Strider's off to a good start.
Coming right at you.
There you go. Paint down in the zone, 99. Nothing you're going to do with that. I had a couple guys tell me, Mac, when they face him, you figure, okay, the second, third time you face him, you'll get more comfortable. They said you never really do.
It's an uncomfortable at bat from no matter if you get 20 off him or it's your first time facing him. Guys like this are elite.
This is Iglesias, the Colorado shortstop, and he lines one to right, and Robbie Grossman a sliding catch. Coming right at you, B-Mac.
Yeah,
good play.
All heaters. All heaters. Hasn't shown his slider yet, which is awesome.
Yeah, pause for a second, but coming in, knew he had it.
Is Jeff making that play?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, stop trying to get something going here in the first inning already.
I got to have an ally.
There's going to be plenty of time to do that.
All right. 2 up, 2 down for Charlie Blackmon.
Max promised us a chop house hit from someone today. Matt Olson, he said.
It's coming right to us, and you better catch it.
Got my glove ready.
Strider versus Blackmon, and ball 1. Charlie, for the most part, has been the DH for the Rockies. Terrific career. Doesn't play the outfield all that much, especially in Denver.
Professional hitter. Knows how to hit. Got great back control. Makes you work. From afar, I've always enjoyed his game and the way he approaches every at-bat.
16 homers for Charlie Blackmon this year. 70 ribbies, and this one's coming at us. Robbie Grossman retreats. He's got it. And Spencer Strider with a very efficient 1-2-3. Top of the first as we join you from the bleachers. 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Now the bottom half. Good to have Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the lineup. Second straight for Ronald as the Braves DH. Atop the Toyota starting lineup. Austin Riley started to heat up. He's riding a 4-game hit streak, 3 extra base hits in that stretch. And they're facing Chad Kuhl, who's 6-7 on the year. He's really struggled. The guy's in his 1 start against the Braves. Jeff had one of his best games of the year.
He did, and he's hoping he's at the right time because his last few starts, not so great. Versus the Mets, 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, took the loss. And the one before that at San Diego, Chip, 5 runs in 5 innings with 9 earned runs.
So Ronald Acuna Jr. will dig in. He's riding a 6-game hitting streak. Home run number 11 has come in this series. Cole works almost exclusively out of that modified stretch windup position. And his night off to a first pitch strike. Braves have already won 80 games this year after finishing August with an 18-10 record. 3 straight great months by Atlanta. They've erased a 10.5 game lead held by the Mets. It's 3 pending the outcome of tonight's play here in Atlanta. So now the home stretch starts here on the 1st of September.
One of the most electric players I ever played with right here, Acuna. Nothing he can't do on a field. He's electric. So I'm looking forward to seeing him from right center field.
Yeah.
Get some ABs.
He's the one right-hander that might be able to hit us out here.
Just like the home run derby. Don't know if I've seen a hitter go oppo for the home run derby. Just how talented he is.
Pretty amazing too, guys, what Ronald's been able to do on a leg that's less than 100%. You got to give him credit for grinding it out. He wants to play, and the Braves are a better team with him in the lineup, obviously.
Yeah, you got to take it slow with him.
Braves are 63-29 in games Ronald plays. And that missed badly outside at full count. Sinkers and sliders for Acuna to start the game. And a swing and a miss. So Ronald's down on strikes. Dansby Swanson is the Braves hitter with 1 out.
Hey, Mac, what about Dansby? You talk about his progression.
Yeah.
What he's been able to do. I feel like, honestly, since probably May 1st shift this year, striking out a whole bunch early, and now he's best 2-strike hitter in baseball right now.
The thing that jumps out to me is he's getting better every year, and like a lot better every year. And he's a natural-born leader. He's a winner. I'm a huge Dansby Swanson fan.
Chad Kuhl's first to him is downstairs.
I remember we were in Cleveland when you came back in 19. We ate dinner that one night when we got in, and you'd only been here 2 weeks, and I remember you saying he's a winning player. He's one of those guys that can do everything on a field. That always kind of stuck with me.
Well, he makes everybody around him better. You know, just the way he approaches the game, and I mean, he's been a leader since he was probably 5, 6, 7 years old. He carries himself, and he does everything on a baseball field exceptional.
Glue guys are important, aren't they?
They're huge, and especially at that premium position for shortstop.
Kuhl back to work and downstairs. I look, you play with Derek Jeter, right? I mean, see, I'm not saying Dansby is Derek Jeter, but you know what Derek Jeter meant to the Yankees into the game. It's
a position that, like, you have to have a good shortstop to win, and you know he's a big reason for this success. And you look across the diamond, you look at all 9 positions, and they're loaded, from top to bottom. Their pitching staff's incredible, and they're set up here for a long, long time.
Dansby thought that pitch was off the plate, but he'll dig in with a 3-1 count here in the bottom of the first inning. And chopped back foul, full count. Well, Swanson, 77 RBIs. He's on pace to get to 95 RBIs this year. That would shatter his own record as a Brave shortstop for runs batted in a single season. See if he can add one here. Back to the screen foul. Kuhl thrown hard. He's in the low to mid 90s. That one at 94 and fouled straight back.
He just missed that one.
Austin Riley in the on deck circle.
Not many better 1-2-3s than that right there.
No.
As you look at this Braves lineup, Brian, what stands out for you, thinking of it from a catcher's perspective, game planning? What stands out 1 through 9 when you look at this Braves offense?
There's no holes. And when you have young guys come up, Michael Harris and Vaughn Grissom, to solidify, a couple spots, it just lengthens the lineup. And as a catcher, it's not fun going through lineups like this. You better be on your game, and you better hit your spots.
And Kuhl just did, as Dansby swings and misses, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, we talk about the depth of the lineup for the Braves. Gave the home runs the other night, RBIs. 1 through 3 in the order, 212, 4 through 6, 203. How many 7 through 9s have 201 RBIs combined?
And that's where you win games.
Yeah,
when the bottom half of the order contributes,
there's no break.
No, it's tough.
Austin Riley, Braves MVP candidate, takes one at the knees. Kuhl keeping the ball down here in the first inning. Austin's getting hot again. He's hit a homer against the Rockies in this series. 3 extra base hits in his last 4 games.
It's funny, the Braves went out to Colorado, swept them in 4 games. But Chip, you showed last night, 11-3 before last night. The Rockies in the last 14 games at Truist Park.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
They've played great here.
It makes no sense.
And that's really the problem for Colorado. If they could replicate this everywhere on the road, they'd be a really tough team. But looking up at the Dodgers in the West, and with only 20 road wins, it is a long way to October for Bud Black's club. 2 balls, 2 strikes, base is empty, and the home first. And sharply hit to left field. Austin Riley has the first hit of the game. Love 2 strike, 2 out hits.
And just a spinner, get me over slider, smokes it to left center.
So guys, this is your pick to click. You said Matt Olson.
Get your glove ready right here.
I'll put it on. Got no issue with that.
I got a feeling here.
Boy, the Braves have been good with 2 outs all year long, and Olson chasing 100 RBIs in his first year with the Braves.
I don't know how he hit that ball over the chop house a couple months or a month ago or a couple weeks, and it said like 440.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what he hit it over, right?
No.
The pergola.
Yeah, 440?
Yeah, I think he got short.
Ask Mac what a pergola is.
Let's not.
Hey, I didn't know what it was. So
The pitch.
Oof.
It's the covered wooden slats up above.
yeah, but if you actually go look at the definition, it says you have greenery and stuff over it. So
Oh.
Chip's half right.
Well, I mean, okay. I give up. But Jeff learned a new word this year.
I
pergola.
did.
Yeah.
We love some of that pergola power here with Olson. A ball and a strike.
He's got a unique batting stance, doesn't he, Matt?
He does. When he's timed up, when he gets his hands timed up with his leg kick and he's on time, he doesn't have any holes.
Yeah. Takes a lot of walks, too.
Mm-hmm.
Leads the team in that category. And he's ahead in the count here. Oh, what a rip. Just missed it. It's 2-2.
This view out here, I thought he hit it out here.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a happy homecoming, Brian, for Matt Olson, another Parkview guy.
City of Champions.
They're a factory over there. They're a factory.
See Chip, jump on board. He gets it.
I've
He
seen
saw it firsthand.
I saw it firsthand.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley at first, Cool ready. And strike 3 is called, and that will retire the side. Chad Cool with 3 first inning strikeouts, and we head to the second inning.
Spencer Strider didn't make his first start of the season until May 30th. Since then, he has taken off, and this Braves club has taken off. You look at National League Rookie of the Year candidates, the 2 frontrunners, Spencer Strider and Michael Harris. Let's take a look at Spencer Strider's MLB ranks among rookie starters in our Synovus Get There feature. Well, yeah, does that surprise you? Absolutely not. First in all those categories: ERA, WHIP, opponent's average, opponent's OPS, and K per 9. When you look at K per 9, 37% strikeout rate, and also the 13.3 strikeouts per 9 is most among all pitchers with at least 100 innings. We know this stuff is there. We've seen him pitch at such a high level. And Brian, I know you talked about his stuff earlier, but are you surprised with limited minor league experience? He's had so much success at the big league level.
I'm shocked he dropped to the 4th round. I'm like, yeah. I mean, him coming up and winning a spot out of spring training, and then you know, getting a spot start and then just taking off with it. You know, and sometimes you just need an opportunity to show what you can do, and I'm floored with how impressive he is.
C.J. Cron leading off the second inning for the Rockies. Yeah, you've got to credit Dana Brown, who said, we got to take this guy.
Yeah.
And saw something in Spencer Strider that caught his eye, and here he is on his way to, we hope, a 9th win tonight for the Braves. And look, we made the comparison, Dansby Swanson, Derek Jeter. You've been around a long time. I want to ask Nick, Jeff, and Brian this question. Who, if anybody, does Spencer Strider remind you of? A guy you've seen, watched, or played against in the major leagues? One jump out at you immediately?
I don't know if I've seen one that comes at you like this. I mean, with that type of 4-seam ride and the slider.
From a guy with one pitch that really came hard with that other one, Kevin Brown for a while. Remember he had that big sinker at 97? It wasn't like this, but I'm saying he just would attack you with that one pitch, and it's kind of what it is here. And that's the thing. Then you throw that slider, and we talked about that. BMAC, you can chime in here too. Doesn't have to be awesome.
Yeah.
When you throw 100 anywhere you want, as long as it's in the zone, a little bit down, you're going to get a swing and miss.
But that's what separates him is he is pounding the zone.
Yeah.
There's no wasted pitches here. He's right around the zone, and when he gets you to 2 strikes and he elevates, he's tough to hit.
Like that. Crone didn't get it. Swing and a miss for Strider, his second strikeout of the game.
I think we've seen one slide. I don't know how many pitches he's at, but we've seen one slider, and we're already in the 2nd inning, and he's coming right at you and setting the tone of the game.
What does that do for a pitcher-catcher battery when you haven't shown the other stuff?
When you got nobody on base and you can come at somebody and you can get outs like that, and you save that slider and the other team hasn't seen it, second time through, you get in a big spot and no one's seen it, cards are in your favor to be successful.
Randall Grichuk with 1 out. Greeny, anybody that Spencer reminds you of in your day?
Chip, I'm sorry. I've got people in my ear like Drew Jenkins. Love Drew.
Just throw him under the bus.
Yeah, I love Drew. I love Drew though. Drew's my guy. But no, when you talk about starter like Strider, I feel like you can't really compare. Maybe DeGrom, but he's a little bit different. Obviously, he throws a slider a lot harder. Filthy, by the way. But he fits the mold of a reliever for me, a power reliever. So it's so hard as a starter to pitch with 2 pitches, but you can see what he's able to do. When he throws 100 miles an hour, he can't throw that slider. We keep talking about, hey, he's got to develop a 3rd pitch at some point. Well, he might not ever have to do that. You look at DeGrom. He hasn't had to do that. So I can't wait to see where Spencer Strider's career goes with this. But right now, I mean, it's hard to compare to any starter really other than DeGrom.
Okay, so let's change the question. How about relievers? Relievers usually have 2+ pitches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, well, I talk about stature and stuff. This guy, to me, is kind of a right-handed Billy Wagner.
That's a great call. Great, and he's doing it for 6-7 innings, and that's the separator.
Yeah, I think that's been the impressive thing, too. He's been able to, as Brian said, keep it up. You don't see 94 all of a sudden in the 7th inning. Maybe it goes to 97, 98, but you're still getting that high velocity late in the game.
And you see there he went slider, slider. Now he's trying to get a feel for it. So there's that cat and mouse game with not showing it, but at the same time he needs to have a feel for it if the game presents itself with maybe guys on base and he's got to get a big punch out. So that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get a feel for it. And he's, 1 and 2.
So you're right, Brian. 3 straight sliders to the rookie Tolia, as that one is laced out of play to the left side and foul.
So right here, he can do whatever he wants right here. He's shown him 3 sliders. He can either go back foot slider here or he can go heater up in a 1-2 count. So all options are open here. With him fouling it off to the left side, he may go heater higher than high here.
Spencer's only thrown 22 pitches. That's always good to see.
And that's why I'm sitting in the booth.
Yeah.
Hey, you said back foot slider.
Well, okay, there we go.
Well, he just struck out the side for the first time. Nice inning for Spencer Strider. Crone swing and a miss. Randall Grichuk swing and a miss. Michael Tolia, have a seat. No score. We're in the 2nd. World Champion Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Special night for us at Valley Sports. We're in the right field bleachers in front of the Coors Light Chop House. Chip and Jeff and Brian McCann. There he is, B-Mac. Spencer Strider, what do you think?
As advertised.
There you go.
Even more. I mean, it's electric. So I'm best seat in the house right here.
4 strikeouts for Strider through 2 scoreless innings. And in the home 2nd, Darno, Harris, and Vaughn Grissom are coming up. I know how much you appreciate the craft of being a major league catcher and how much you helped foster here with the Braves. You got to be awfully proud of what Darno and Contreras have done behind the plate and at the plate this year, Brian.
Very impressed. Travis has been in the game a long time, veteran guy who knows the lineups inside and out, and he rakes. I mean, he rakes. And, Contreras, he's learning from one of the best in the game. And, you know, Contreras is oppo pop. I mean,
Yeah,
dead center pop, and making an all-star game is that's big for him. And the Braves are they're set up behind the plate for a while.
And he's just a baby. I mean, that's the most impressive thing about Contreras. Not the case for d'Arnaud, who's
but we talked about it. Contreras last year, some of the struggles, and then coming back this year, offensively and defensively, the improvements we saw. It was incredible.
Yeah, he gets to learn from Travis, and watching Contreras every night when he gets in there, I'm very impressed.
And you know what? It's like I think it keeps Travis now at his age healthy.
Yes.
He's not catching 5-6 days a week in this heat.
Well, you look around the league.
Not many people can do that.
Not many guys are doing that anymore.
It's giving you some love.
I know. I'm enjoying. I'm nervous here, dude.
Why? What are you nervous about?
Oh, this is great.
You're already on your third shirt.
I know.
There's nothing
That's
to worry
why I'm
about.
nervous.
Oh, come
Jeff's
on.
got me zip lining out in right center.
Yeah, how'd that go, by the way?
I didn't do it. That was Gretchen.
They asked me, they said, hey, are you under 250?
I swear to you. And
pushing.
Brian said, yeah, let's put the thing on me.
That's a bad question to be asked right out.
They got a scale
They got
right
a
out
scale
front.
out there,
I'm like,
though.
listen,
They did.
Oh, boy.
last couple years, you know, can't say no.
The pitch is out of play, foul. So, was it a dead heat down the zip line? I mean, we saw
I won.
He won.
Oh, okay. All
Well,
right.
you know, I think weight. I had a little extra going.
A little momentum.
Yeah.
Love it. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Chad Kuhl to d'Arnaud. And another pitch at the knees. He is keeping the ball down. He's got his 4th strikeout. Here we go. Here's the zip line before we took air tonight. Out here behind the stands in right field.
I can't believe he talked me into this.
Gretchen kind of bullied us into it. That's right there where, I mean, it hurt a little bit, you know?
Hey, when he started pulling on those strings, I'm like,
yeah,
easy.
pal.
You guys could do that for 2 hours, I'll bet, couldn't you?
Oh, God. No, not anymore.
No, those days are over.
It's kind of stuff you do in Rome on the off day, right?
Yes.
Think we lost Jeff. 1 out for Michael Harris. This got to bring back some memories for the two of you. I've said it before, one of my favorite teams was your club, the 05, the Baby Braves. Harris and Grissom and Spencer Strider have kind of brought the same kind of vibe to the 2022 Braves.
And you need that for an organization. You need young guys to come up and fill big roles. And they're playing huge parts here in the success of their season.
It's in the air to left, and that takes care of Michael for the second out. So speaking of that, here is our team comparison brought to you by our friends at Landmark. 2 versions of the Baby Braves.
You know, and to add to that, too, we talked about it. Think about for the Braves this year. Those guys come up, you know, 3-4 weeks apart. Think about Kelly came up, then you came up, Brian. I came up about 3 weeks later. You just continue to inject some enthusiasm in the club, too, and excitement. And, you know, baseball's a long season, man. And to be able to have that was huge.
I think watching young guys have success for the first time at the big league level, working your whole life to get here, and all of a sudden you get called up from AA, and you know you're in a pennant race. Even for veterans, it puts a jolt of energy in the clubhouse.
Vaughn Grissom, the hitter. So let me ask you this. What makes you more nervous, doing your first game on Bally Sports tonight or the first time you walked into a big league locker room as a big league player?
Honestly, it's like the same. It's the same. Like I didn't know how this was going to go, and you know, but I'm having a blast. But I just remember walking into the clubhouse for the first time, and you know, you see your idols. I grew up we both grew up here, Chipper Jones fans, and Andrew Jones and Smoltzy, and these guys are there. And I think without social media, you know, there was no interaction. It was like Chipper wasn't like a real person to us. Yeah. And you know, I just remember walking in and just being floored and just so excited that everything you work for your whole life is here.
And like Grissom, your first couple games, you contributed, Brian, immediately.
Yeah, I mean, you hope to get success. You don't know what to think, you know, and you know, you just want to come up and contribute and play your part. And so Jeff came up and, you know, took the league by storm, and it was just those were incredible times.
I always say it was cool. My first home run, Brian was on base. Got to come home and see him, and then I was on, I think, first during the playoffs when BMAC hit the home run against Clemens. You know, it's just you're 21, man. You don't realize what really is going on. You're just in the moment.
If you go back and look at that homer, you smacked me.
Oh, I
hit
you so hard.
And I remember,
you didn't even care.
Nah, I wanted more. I wanted it. I mean,
absolutely.
I think you
run one at the time. That one, I think that put us up 4-1. The 3-run bomb in what, the 4th or 5th inning.
Vaughn Grissom putting up a fight here with 2 outs, no score, 2nd inning. Chad Kuhl.
It's like you said, 8 o'clock. Remember, it was game 2, Smoltz, Clement. I mean,
I remember,
you're 21. You're like, this is awesome.
I remember warming up and having some of my best friends up there watching me warm up Smoltz. I'm facing Clemens, and after every pitch Smoltz threw me, I would look up at him and be like, I don't know, this is crazy, you know. And then
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, and then just having a big moment was, you know, awesome.
High fly ball hit toward right. Talia drifting back a step or 2, recovers, and that will retire the side. Glad you're with us in Atlanta. No score, Braves and Rockies from the bleachers. And from the bleachers here at Truist Park, special guest in the Braves dugout, Brian, it's your old manager, Brian Snitker.
Best in the business.
What's up, Mac?
How are you?
Oh my God, this is so cool. I wish you'd have came down and seen me.
I know. Jeff picked me up too late.
I picked him up too late, man. He was ready to go, but he's been doing work, Snit. He's got numbers, the whole deal out here.
Awesome.
He's sweating though. Do you got any advice for him?
Yeah, I don't know. I said I am too. I don't know what to tell you.
I love you. You're the best in the business.
Love you too, man. It's good to see you again. Glad you're out here at the ballpark.
Yes.
All right, Snit, I got to ask you, what's your best Brian McCann memory?
Probably when I told him he was going up.
That's something I'll never forget.
Yep. Yeah, we were in Tennessee, and I went and found him. I brought him into my messy hotel room.
Yep. Best phone call I've ever received in my entire life.
It was great.
So you need to call me as soon as possible. I thought it was going to AAA. I had no idea I was going to the big leagues.
Well, that year I had some of my best memories in baseball too, telling all you guys you were coming up here.
It was special times.
Hey, Strider's looking pretty good tonight, huh?
Yeah, he is. No, his kid's amazing, man. How he's held on. The whole thing, just how he goes about. He's such an impressive guy. I've really enjoyed getting to know him. I mean, he's something else and dedicated to what he's doing. I'll tell you that, and he's very successful at it.
Snit, how big's it been to have young guys come up from the minor leagues and fill big-time roles for you?
Well, you know what? It seemed like old times, really, when we bring you guys up here as young players, just like we did this year. All you guys that came up and that year from AA and helped this team win a division, and we're bringing them up now with a lot less experience than what you all had, I'll tell you. And it's amazing how they handled this whole thing, the contributions, and just the energy they provide.
It's a testament to the whole organization, from the scouting department to the player development to you to Alex. I mean, it seems like playing my last year here, everyone's on the same page, and you're not afraid to bring a kid up to play big roles. You know,
and you started in the beginning. I got to hand to our scouting department, Dana Brown, identifying these guys. Player development, guys like TP and Walk that are out there with them every day, and it's good. Like I say, it's an organization. I tell people it takes this whole building to be successful. It's just not one entity. It's the whole organization and the whole building.
Snit, we've reached September, and it seems like this season to this point's gone by in the blink of an eye. You got a couple of reinforcements. I'm sure you're happy to have a couple of extra bodies on your bench.
Yeah, no, I mean, getting Jesse back, I think, is huge. I mean, like I said, his face was about ready to crack. He was smiling so much in here this afternoon. But, just what he's done here for us and the different roles that he can provide, and getting Arcia back, too, who was really big when Ozzie went down for us. So it's good to get both those guys back.
Snit, I got one more question before we let you go. I got who's the only catcher in Braves history that put weight on during a season in Atlanta?
Oh, man. Sal Pisano.
Hey, Sal looks amazing.
That is awesome.
Hey, Sal looks amazing.
Oh, that's outstanding. God, that made my night.
But you set the tone for this organization. You and Alex, and we're Brady.
Well,
you guys are set
you.
Up for a long time, and you're the best in the business, man. And,
well,
and we
I appreciate
love you.
it. Thank you. Love you guys too. Thank you.
Snit, thanks a million.
All righty. Thank you,
let's
guys.
get a win tonight.
Yep,
all right, let's do it.
All right.
See ya.
No balls, 2 strikes for Elihuris Montero, and that's a check swing.
That's what's great about Snit. He would rather be out here with us right now having a good time.
Well, we're all having a great time watching Spencer Strider roll. He's punched out 5 men. And look at those baby Braves. Brian McCann held back by
Look
Brian
at the
Snitker
mustache.
and Bobby Cox. Love it. Frank Coor and Brian McCann making fans aplenty out here in the bleachers tonight in front of the Coors Light Chop House. Let's see if somebody can send one our way while the Braves are up in the 3rd inning. Rosario, Grossman, and Acuna are coming up. 5 strikeouts for Spencer Strider, 4 strikeouts for Chad Kuhl so far here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Man, how awesome was that? The Snit there.
It's amazing.
He gets it, and we are so lucky to have that kind of access with Brian Snitker.
Yeah, I mean, how open he is with us.
Yeah.
You know, really all the media.
I sure hope Sal likes the tape of the game.
Oh, that was awesome.
1 ball, 1 strike for Eddie Rosario. Eddie's knocked in a run in the series. 19 ribbies overall in the year. As you know, Eddie spent a lot of time on the injured list with eye surgery. And this one cracked toward left center. But that one's going to be playable for out number 1. Randall Grichuk puts that away. 1 up, 1 down for Robbie.
I'll tell you, one of my best memories for Mac and I in 2005. Yeah, we got called up, went to the playoffs, but that spring training was our first big league camp. And, you know, there's 70 people in the camp. We walk in 3 weeks into camp one day, and Brian's packing his bag. And he's like, yeah, I'm going down. And I said, oh, man. I kind of big leagued it and act like I was staying up. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I was like, what are you going to do today? And he looked at me and goes, same thing you're going to do. And about that time, a guy tapped me on the shoulder and said, Bobby wants to see you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We went and played 36 holes.
Yeah, we did.
But it was awesome.
But your stories are really so remarkable in the history, not just of the Braves franchise, but Atlanta. You guys got to know each other when you were 10.
Yeah.
Right?
We did. Brian moved down from West Virginia. And his dad opened a hitting academy, and they lived there for 3 months.
Yeah, I slept in a sleeping bag with my dad in his office.
And that's where Brian he had Burger King every day.
Twice a day.
And his mom cried, I think, didn't she?
Well, my brother and my mom didn't come down to Georgia. My brother broke his foot, so he had to stay up. So it was just me and my dad, and those are some amazing memories I've had with him. Is, you know, we slept in a sleeping bag. I'm in 6th grade. I'm in a sleeping bag in his office. I'm like, I get to hit every day at his place, and so I loved it. I think about that all the time.
But you're 12 years old. You start playing baseball together. Did you dream of playing for the Braves, not just a major league team, but for the Braves?
We clicked right away. I mean, we became best friends honestly instantly.
Yeah.
And then you know, you go forward and get on draft day, and you know, to be able to go through the same things that your best friend's going through and trying to chase your dreams the same way. And
you know, even from 12 years old, I'll say we wanted to win every time we stepped on the field. And I think that was the one thing we had in common more than anything.
Yep.
That's on the ground and into the shift. And that'll bring up Ronald with 2 outs. And here's some familiar faces for Jeff and Brian. Check it out.
That was right there. That picture was the night we got drafted at a draft party at our house.
Yep.
And was there some doubt, Brian, that you would go to the Braves after Jeff was taken in the 1st round?
Well, they told me if they took Jeff at pick 23 that they're going to take a pitcher with their 2nd pick, and I didn't think I'd be around for the 3rd pick. And when I heard Jeff Francoeur 23, you know, the whole thing, I was like, oh, you know. So, but it worked out. So with every pick in the 2nd round, I didn't go. I was like, all right, I got to hopefully get to that pick, and it just all worked out. It worked out the way it was supposed to.
You got to remember, we listened on a radio too. Like there was no draft on like MLB Network now. You either looked on the computer to hear your name, or they would manually say it.
Yeah.
Ronald the batter with an 0-1 count. So Brian McCann's name is called as a 2nd round pick with the Braves, and you realize you're going to be playing with Jeff Francoeur in the minor leagues.
I loved it. I mean, you get to go through, you're going into the unknown. You know, you're going to be on your own for the first time, and to be able to do that with somebody that you've been friends with for a long time, it makes it better. I mean, we love the minor leagues.
Oh, it was
you
great.
hear so many stories about how the minor leagues was a grind, and we had our low A, high A team, and double A team. We're still really good friends to this day, and we had it good.
Yeah, I've heard the stories are legendary. You guys in the minor leagues.
I would say it's our first year in Rome, the full year, man. We had a blast. Rocket Wheeler was our manager, and he was so awesome because he would get the fans fired up. They'd play 18 wheels on the thing. He'd get tossed.
He got on me how messy my locker was every day.
It was awesome.
He threatened to sit me.
Really?
He threatened to sit me if I don't clean my locker up.
Chad Kuhl has struck out 5 Braves. Jeff and Brian McCann. How time goes by. Glad they're with us tonight. No score after 3. For the best coverage in the game, let's check out our T-Mobile coverage cam. Jeff Francoeur getting Michael Harris warmed up in between innings. Brian, I don't know if you noticed, but Jeff's first throw just a little short.
I did not notice, but I'm glad he duffed it there.
Let me tell you, Michael's second throw to me was a little. I almost went over, but I caught it.
I'd have paid some money for him to go over.
Oh my God!
Right back to the mound for Spencer
I might not have been golfing with you for a while. I'll tell you that.
By the way, for Spencer, 10 up, 10 down, guys, and he has only thrown 32 pitches for 10 outs.
Is that good?
He's impressive.
Jose Iglesias is the hitter. He lined out to Robbie Grossman his first time up. This is almost a perfect storm for the Braves. You have a Rockies team that's not scoring a lot of runs on the road. You've got Spencer Strider with his overwhelming stuff, and a Braves team that's now ready for its September-October push. Braves have a 43-25 home record and have the Marlins here tomorrow night. Huge foul. He's got Iglesias set up with a ball and 2 strikes. This guy's a good player. Top 10 in hitting.
So he's got a short, compact swing. There's not much to it, so he's able to get the barrel to the ball.
And his defense has always been his strong suit. He's going to expand here with a slider.
Did he go? He did not.
He tried.
Yeah.
So it's 2-2. You just see it on the faces of these Rocky hitters. They are in for a rough ride tonight. And Strider has been perfect through 3 1/3 to this point. The pitch.
You know, that was the toughest thing when I got traded to the Mets. Came back and played. Having Brian behind the plate, he knew everything about me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, is he going to throw me this pitch because he thinks I'm hitting it? And I mean, it became a mind game.
It did.
Tipped and caught. 6 strikeouts for Strider.
100 miles per hour after seeing that slider up in the zone like that. You got to hope you can foul it off. That's the best you're going to do.
There's got to be 29 other teams watching him pitch.
Saying,
why did we not take him?
You could have had him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff.
Charlie Blackmon is 0 for 1. He made contact and lined out to right. Little chopper is foul. Let me ask the two of you, what does September mean as far as the baseball schedule and a good baseball team? What does that mean for you as a player?
I was going to say good baseball team is the right one, because for a bad baseball team, hey, I'm about to go to the beach in 5 weeks, but for a good baseball team, it's the best. It's the closest you get to having that adrenaline before you get to the playoffs.
August is the toughest month because you think you're close to the end, but you're really not. And then once you hit September, that stretch run, every pitch is a little bit more important. everything's more important. And it's a sprint. It's a sprint to get in, and it's a sprint to get where you need, the seeding you need to where you want to go, win a division.
You used to know when you get to New York and Philly in September and it get a little cooler and you'd be like, all right, now we're in the home stretch.
Yep.
Is it something as simple as the calendar changes to September 1 and you walk into the room and it feels different?
It's a mind thing because you know you got one more month to go. And I think when August hits, you think the season's almost over. And then you look at it, you're like, you're really not. It's not even close.
You get to the ballpark and it's 105 on the field, right?
Yes. August was not my favorite month.
Wow, Spencer Strider is perfect through 4 innings. He has struck out 7 Colorado Rockies. Truist Park for our finale with the Colorado Rockies. There you see it on our Xfinity live look cam. No score. Let's send it down to Nick Green.
Yeah, Chip, thanks. Talking about Dansby Swanson, he's leading off this inning. And in the past, he's been inconsistent from month to month. You see a really high, a really low. This year, he's been so much more consistent. Take a look at this. April, kind of throw that away because he struggled early. But look at May, June, July. And how about August? 254, a little bit of a down month from the average standpoint, but he's still producing RBI-wise. I was able to talk to Kevin Seitzer about this, and he said this year has been different because he's competing against the pitcher when he gets in the box versus competing against himself when he's been in the box. I feel like that has to be a kind of being a 1-1 guy playing for your hometown team. This year, he's let that pressure go down a little bit, and he's had a great year.
I've never heard that described that way, Nick. I think that's a really cool point. Competing against the pitcher and not yourself.
It's a big thing about hitting when you step in the box. But you can do that when you're feeling good at the plate. When you're searching at the plate, it's hard to do that. You're searching for yourself and you're competing. When you just compete against the pitcher, that means you're feeling good at the plate. Every time you step in it, you know where you're at. You know where your load's at, your timing's on. So.
Dansby, as Nick showed you, has had a terrific 3-month run for the Braves. And didn't get that as Chad Kuhl is matching strike for strike with Spencer Strider tonight.
I'll give him this. He's doing a really good job, D-Mac, of switching that slider fastball. He's not falling into a pattern.
And he's locating it. He's starting that slider on the plate, and when he needs to, he's inching off. He's locating tonight.
As we said, one of Kuhl's best games came against the Braves in Denver. 5 hits of no run baseball over 6 innings. He's allowed just 1 hit.
Here's another guy we can't talk about enough is Austin Riley. He's so much fun to watch every night. One of my favorites.
Really how he turned it around last year.
I was going to say, hard to believe after the first couple of weeks, people thought, uh-oh, do the Braves need a third baseman?
They got him. They got him for a long time. There it is.
Swing and a fly ball belted left field. That ball is gone.
We're right on cue.
Number 33 for Austin Riley, and Spencer Strider has a run to play with.
And his 13th homer with the game tied leads. Look at that, Mac, hanging changeup.
Yep. What makes him so impressive is he can go line to line. You've seen him go deep to right field in the chop house, and you see him go left field, dead center. He's just got, when his swing is grooved, like it has been for a long time now, there's nowhere to go.
So Chad Kuhl surrenders his 19th home run. Austin Riley's solo shot puts the Braves in front. And Matt Olson, the Braves' first baseman, is the hitter.
Is it coming, Mac?
I called it. I'm calling it here. Come on. First night in the booth.
I'll dive.
I know you will.
He tried to.
He is. He's giving a good effort. I'll give him that.
One ball, two strikes. Rockies adjust their shift with the Braves scoring here in the fourth inning on a Riley solo home run.
$107 off the bat for Austin Riley on that one. It's cool seeing that angle from here. You know, you only ever see it up there, or even when you're playing Mac in the dugout, but to see it from out here.
That was a no-doubter.
You can see the flight of the ball.
You can see the carry.
So base is empty for Olsen. It's 2-2. Well, you're seeing a microcosm of what the Braves offense is. They hit a lot of homers and they'll swing and miss. But when they're clicking, they are a ferocious hitting club. And Olsen is caught looking for the second time. And there's out number 2. First a look at Austin Riley's home run.
What he does so well is he pulls the change up there left center, and if that was a fastball, I guarantee it would have been a home run right into the Braves bullpen. And that's when you know you're elite, when you can do that.
Love Strider's reaction. Might remind you of a young left-handed pitcher in the World Series once famously said in Game 6, "Just give me one."
Just give me a run. Oh, Glav.
You think about last night, Riley's home run, right center. Got something out over the plate, extension.
So 69 pitches for Chad Kuhl. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Braves have scored first. And on the ground to short. And the toss across is in time. But Austin Riley, the Braves MVP candidate, hits his 33rd home run. And that gives Spencer Strider a 1-0 lead as he heads to inning number 5. Nothing Atlanta, an Austin Riley home run. The difference in the game. Spencer Strider will go to work in the 5th inning. It's 12 up, 12 down for the Braves starter. Another special guest joins us here in the bleachers tonight. That is Jackson Stevens. What do you say, man?
How's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm good.
First things first. How you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, it's at first when it happened, I was more scared about what was going on, but it didn't affect me that much. I just had a mild concussion, and then I've been great ever since.
Oh, just a mild concussion. Yeah, right.
I'm interrupting this. I got to know right now. You two get together, 3-point stance. Who's winning? I mean, this is two big-sized boys.
He's throwing me back 10 yards.
No way. I was a quarterback. I was soft. I wore my high school colors were black and gold, and I wore a red jersey. They didn't touch me.
Hey, that's the way it should be.
Well, I got to ask
you walked off like a champ the other night.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
I was kind of startled a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy, but I told George and them, I was like, man, if you see me on the ground, that's when I'm hurting.
It's serious.
But at the time, I was just more scared about the situation. But when he kind of gave me a few questions out there, and I knew where I was at, and I was answering them correctly, I was kind of like, okay, I'm good. But I didn't even argue about coming out of the game. I was like, yeah, I'm probably not smart to keep pitching, so.
Just a little low to C.J. Cron. I got to ask you.
God,
you see this guy pitch. You're in the bullpen. Are you as amazed as the rest of us are watching what Spencer's doing?
Yes. I mean, he throws absolute hush puppies up there. So, I mean, it's hard. He locates. And then on top of that, his work ethic going into the start every time and how he prepares is pretty cool, too. And it was also a treat to have him in the bullpen for a little bit and, pick his brain. And, he's a lot younger than me, but, he knows what he's doing, and he's confident in what he's doing, and it's a joy to watch as him as a starter too, because he just goes up there and fills it up.
Then he said, "See, I'm going to go start. Y'all enjoy it down here."
Yeah,
in the pen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your story is an amazing one. You've been in the big leagues before. You pitched in the Mexican League, and then someone saw you with the Braves, and here you are. You have to really appreciate this return to the majors after your incredible baseball journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surreal. It's just, you get up there, you get kind of complacent with what you're doing. You feel like you got it all figured out, and you really don't. And it was kind of like a up and down kind of thing with me. And then when the game takes you away from it for a little bit, and then you kind of miss it, and then you're like, all right. But yeah, I got one opportunity, got one phone call to kind of get it in.
Robbie couldn't make the grab, and that spoils the perfect game bid. A single down the right field line by C.J. Crone with nobody out here in the 5th inning.
But I got one call, and it was a team in Mexico, and I was like, I'm not going down there. I'm not doing that. And then I give a lot of credit to my wife. Like, she kind of like forced me to go down there. It's like, you're too young to give it up. Just go down there and see what happens. Went down there, pitched pretty good, and then Jose Yepes, our bullpen catcher, seen me pitching down there. Somehow, I don't know. He's been here. Y'all winning a World Series last year, and he giving me a call to come down and play on his winter ball team in Venezuela. Went down there and won pitcher of the year and got signed by the Braves, and it's kind of surreal.
What a great lesson. If you're good, somebody's going to see you, right?
Exactly. If you take advantage of the opportunity you get, you can definitely run with it for sure.
I detect a Southern drawl in there. I don't know if our fans at home can notice that. I'm sure
they can.
I'm sure you grew up watching Brian McCann play with the Braves.
I did, and Jeff Rancour and all those guys before them. And yes, I was a huge Braves fan where I'm from.
So what were your thoughts of watching Brian McCann catch and hit and throw out Jeff Rancour in high school as a stolen base guy? That did happen, by the way.
I did not know that, but I can believe it.
I was 21 at 22 my senior year.
He threw you out.
And Mac threw me out. And he
Shocker.
can admit that it was the best throw he even made in the big leagues included.
Oh,
That was one of the
That was on the money.
I had to do it.
No, I mean, watching Brian and also watching Jeff, like, you know, I remember when they first got called up, I was watching TV and they were young, and didn't Jason Hayward come up the same time you did, Jeff? And
A little bit after.
Yeah, a
us.
little
couple
bit
years
after.
a little bit
Yeah,
after,
yeah.
but like right in that wave of like watching those younger guys after watching like Smoltz, Glavine, and Maddox, and then Rafael Foucault, Andrew Jones, Shipper, all those, and seeing some younger guys come up, I knew that I finally figured out like, oh, there's a minor league process of younger guys coming up. So, so I was like kind of watching, but man, God, y'all were good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all were really good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you sit there and talk about it. That's what we keep talking about. Michael Harris, Vaughn Grissom. It's amazing that they come up and how comfortable they look.
Yeah, they're really very confident in what they do. Like, and you can see that. Like, it's kind of cool to see because I know when I first got called up, I was like, I got to be confident to show that I belong here. They're just themselves and confident, and it's kind of like, oh, all right, y'all got it figured out.
That's where the game's changed because when I came through the clubhouse for the first time, I was starstruck.
Yes.
I was in awe, and I was like, I don't want to do anything in here that's gonna
Make
upset
anybody
anyone.
Yeah.
So I sat in front of my locker and got my 4 ABs and tried to catch a shutout and didn't say a word and did not get on the sofa, and I didn't do any of it.
But
Yeah.
that's a culture thing here. And Nick Markakis was a guy that really helped settle that culture or create that culture, Jeff, here in Atlanta. If you're good enough to be here, you're as much a part of the team as a 10-year veteran.
Yeah, I believe in that.
No, you got to be yourself, and you got to be able to perform every night, and being yourself is going to give you the best chance to succeed.
You know, Jackson, me and Brian both got to play for SNIT in the minor leagues and the big leagues. For you come up this year, you throw a couple innings, you start succeeding. How awesome is it to have a manager like that starts putting you in big situations?
Oh,
Quick.
it's great. It's great. I mean, he's just all about like, you kind of like do what you need to do to get ready, and then I'm going to trust you and to go out there and perform. And when you're rolling, he'll feed you those opportunities to keep rolling. So like, I mean, it's really cool. Like, everybody here has been like really, really neat because like when I was in spring training, I was in minor league spring training, and I didn't meet any of the big leaguers here. So only person I really knew was like Willie from Venezuela because he was on the same Venezuela team, and then I played with Duvey and Cincy. So that was the only two I knew, and everybody just welcomed me in like I was part of the family, and I was like,
It's a great environment in there, isn't it?
It's a great environment. It's awesome. It's so fun.
9 strikeouts for Spencer Strider.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot. He's only given up 1 hit. And this one on the ground to third. The peg to second will retire the side. Jackson Stevens will stick with us as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Braves lead it 1-0 from the bleachers at Truist Park. Wasn't fibbing a moment ago. Yes, he was a high school quarterback. Check out the arm.
Yeah.
A little out route for 6.
NFL guy right there scoring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes it really easy right there.
Look at that. Look at the footwork.
Oh, a little
Truck
cut right
somebody.
here.
Oh!
Only rushing touchdown I've ever had, by the way. Only rushing touchdown I've ever had.
Roll Tide.
Man.
Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah.
So it's Alabama night here
It's
tonight?
Alabama night tonight.
Roll Tide, everybody.
So that's 3 Roll Tides in about 5 seconds.
That's, yeah. I can
You
go
hear
on. We
Roll
can say
Tide
that.
all the time down there.
Yes, you can.
It kind of rolls off your lips.
Easily. Love it. I love it.
So
big weekend starting. This college football coming back.
Yep.
Here we go.
Well, you might want
Big
to keep
weekend,
it down.
Jackson. We've already started tonight. You got the backyard brawl with West Virginia and Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Just to let you know.
Didn't Desmond Howard predict Pitt to be in the Final Four? Oh,
Come on.
That's smoke.
That's
right
roll Tide to that right there.
And gone. Michael
Show the
Harris.
bullpen love, show the
solo
bullpen
shot.
love, show the bullpen love, show the bullpen love. Hey. There we go. There we go.
He's got to pull that ball a little more to us.
I know,
Don't
right?
Tell him.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't even care as long as it goes over the fence. I really don't.
He's something else, isn't he?
He's
just
unreal.
active.
He's special. He's special.
For me, the most impressive thing he's done this year, outside of like his numbers, is he came up with his hands kind of up by his ear, and one little adjustment that him and Seitz went to, and he put his hands down by his belt. How hard that is to do mid-season.
And still be able to get on top of the ball.
That and take off. You know, a mid-season from a 21-year-old adjustment like that is so impressive.
Chip, you know where I'm going with this. I've been sold on this kid since he came up, but in Florida in the 9th inning, when the Braves were down 1-0 on that Sunday, and Scott threw one 98.8 up high, and he hit a 430 to left center.
That's the
There's
kid.
another young kid.
That's the
Juan
kids
Grissom.
right there. The kids.
He's got a
Love
single. But yeah, that shot against Tanner Scott was unbelievable. We were talking a moment ago, Jackson, about the culture in this Braves locker room. It's one thing to have kids come up and wonder if they belong. These guys have come up and produced for the team.
I mean, they're a big help to the reason like we've won 80 games so far. I mean, I remember when Mike first came up, I was expecting, I went to introduce myself to him, and you know, and he was just real quiet. And I was like, okay, he's going to open up a little bit. He's going to be like kind of not talkative, but he really doesn't talk that much. It's just who he is. He just does his thing or whatever. And then Vaughn came up, and it was like the total opposite. The guy was just like in awe of everything that was going on. He is such an environment in the clubhouse. It's hilarious. It's great.
Well, he fits right in. I mean, this is a club that's still waiting for Ozzie Albies to come back, and we know how joyful Ozzie is on the field and off.
Yeah, Ozzie's great. I came up when I was with Cincinnati. I came up playing against Ozzie and Dansby in AA, and I never forget it. Like I tell him all the time, I was like, I struck you out on 2 pitches, like 2 total pitches in AA, and I remind him all the time of how hilarious that was because he got in the box too late and they called him a strike. He didn't know, so he took a fastball first pitch. He thought his first pitch was second pitch. And then I threw another fastball, and he tried to bunt with 2 strikes.
Perfect.
I started the game off, and he was leading off. I started the game off with a 2-pitch strikeout, and I loved it. I was like, this is great.
Well, you mentioned when Michael hit the home run to show the love for the bullpen, right?
Yeah.
The bullpen has a familiar and new face. Jesse Chavez is back.
Coach. Yeah.
The coach. Wait a minute, coach?
Yeah, Coach. We'll call him Coach. He's the man.
That's an appropriate name for Jesse.
He's the man.
Earned it.
He's the man. Like, we're so happy to see him back here. He's helped me out a lot with a lot of stuff pitching wise and like talking through things and sequencing and all that good stuff, and like him going away, and it was kind of upsetting because it was like, man, but we understood, and then now he's back and we're just like, let's go. We're fired up.
Jesse's one of my favorites. Absolute favorites to catch. I hated facing him. He owned me. He threw that backdoor cutter that started like 3 inches off the plate, and he could bring that thing back. He pitched to a blind spot.
It was frustrating.
Man. Oh.
He's pretty special. He's got
awesome.
everything that you could think of.
That's lifted down the line toward left. And a sliding grab up against the fence. Great play by Bouchard.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good play.
That was a fearless play up against the wall. Might have torn his britches, but he makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, we saw him get his first hit the other night in the big leagues. And that's what, you know, Rockies are kind of in that spot. Some of these young guys are going to get an opportunity. And We actually talked about it last night. You know, they've played us tough here, these 3 games. Sometimes you get to the end of the season like this, and these teams are some of the tougher teams to play because they got nothing to lose.
Right.
I mean, they're playing, they're doing whatever.
And there's no video on the hitters, really, so you're kind of going into it with the game plan blind.
Yep. I mean, they played the Mets pretty tough last series.
They beat them 1-0 that last game.
Yeah. They played them really tough. They played us tough. So
I want to talk about your quarterback. I mean, are you kidding me? Throwing dimes.
I could spin it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was a has-been, for sure.
we all are.
You know what? At least you played high school football, you know, so it makes 2 of us on this stage.
Listen. Mom wouldn't let me play.
My dad wouldn't let me play until I got in the 7th grade. So I never grew up playing it. I just always wanted to play, and he wouldn't let me play at all. And I played just baseball and basketball. So when I was in high school, that's smoked.
Toward right. And the grab made at the edge of the track.
So I played basketball. I played all 3 when I was in high school, my whole 9th grade to senior year. But I didn't play football until 7th grade, so when I took my first hit, I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do, taking a hit or whatever, and I was just like, yeah, I better just throw the ball, like instead of running routes or doing anything like that. So
I feel like quarterback position got to be one of the coolest positions in any sport to play.
It's up there. It has to be. I mean, I enjoy the heck out of it because, you're in control of what's going on in the offense. Like, you can't control defense-wise, but you just kind of set up as a leader on the field, and but it's a unique position. But also, if you take pride in it, like, you can be very successful in it when it comes to game planning and watching film, figuring stuff out, because that's where you make all your throws and completions and all that good stuff. To have a good year is being able to do that and prepare.
100%.
And football in Alabama is pretty big.
Yes, it's got to be. It's got to be big. I mean, you got the Tide. Everybody wants to play for Auburn or Alabama, so obviously Alabama's better. Real tied to that. But my wife would think different because she went to Auburn, so it's kind of that's a 1 week kind of stressful week for us.
My wife went to Auburn as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, bless her heart.
Brian actually signed to go to Alabama.
Yep.
He did.
Who was the coach then? You know,
Wells.
Jim Wells.
Yeah, Jim Wells.
Yeah, he was. He recruited me. No. Who recruited me? I don't know. I know Frenchie recruited me, the bullpen coach. I never forget that because when I first seen him when I came to spring training, I went, God, that guy looks familiar. And then it just 10 years had gone by, and he was like, yeah, I recruited you when I was at Alabama. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Now I remember.
Yeah, speaking about Drew French, the Braves bullpen coach.
You guys didn't give me enough scholarship.
Yeah,
the big leagues should have ponied up more.
Brian, he wanted that NIL deal and they never gave it to him.
That's why I signed professional.
No doubt.
That is the first walk in the game for either pitcher tonight. That's how good Strider and Kuhl have been. And now with Atlanta leading 2-0, they've got 2 on. They've got 2 outs in the 5th inning, and Dansby Swanson, who's been so good in this spot, is coming up. Jackson, when we have a guest in our bleacher booth, we want to make sure that our guests are well taken care of.
Oh, boy.
And Nick Green has a special delivery for you.
We just figured between you and BMAC, it was a perfect time to eat. It's the 5th inning.
Is that a chili dog right there?
Oh, that's chili dog.
Oh, boy.
This is where I do my best work.
Hey, and
I got to have one of these.
Greeny, can you tell them what they have to drink there, too, just so you know? It's Frenchie's Blues.
I got to try a Frenchie's Blues.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to drink one of these right now.
Yeah, you can, dude.
But I will after the game.
It actually helps with concussions.
I can't do that either. Ooh.
But, hey,
I'm eyeing that chili dog right now.
That's you. It's all you.
Oh, man.
Slobber these monsters.
Here we go.
Yes.
Jackson Stevens.
I cannot believe I'm having a chili dog right now.
Crush it. Hammer that dog. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. That slaps. I ain't gonna lie. Chili dog slaps. That's good. That is phenomenal.
We're going to lose Jackson for a couple of pitches here.
Oh, man.
You work up a mighty hunger when you're at a broadcast booth in a big league game.
I'm sure Patrick's really upset right now that I'm eating that. My nutritionist.
Hey, if you're on the concussion list, these calories
These
don't
things
count.
get you back.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's
Let's let him know that.
The healthy food's not getting you back any sooner.
Ooh. Okay. That's fair.
I'm good.
no. We'll take.
Is there hush puppies on that? No, that's just chicken
Here,
fingers.
give him the plate.
Yeah, keep the
okay.
beer,
There you
man.
Can't hold this thing here all night.
Why not?
You love that.
Hey, Greeny, who was the best baseball player at Duluth High School?
Green.
2 balls, no strikes. For
Y'all have a blast up here.
We do.
It is. It's fun.
Oh man.
My first time. This is amazing.
Yeah.
What's your ETA for coming back? What's the game plan for you? A lot of fans want to know that.
So I really don't know. I talked to George today, and I think we took a day off today. I threw a pin yesterday. Lawn threw a pin, worked out, everything checked out great. I think I have to do an impact test for concussion protocols. I think it's the same thing.
There it is.
That's a knock.
Dansby with a 2-out
That's a knock.
hit.
Let's go, Chris.
Grissom's going to come home and score, and Atlanta adds on. Man, oh man, has Dansby
Lieutenant.
Swanson been automatic with 2 outs.
And here it is again. Just a base hit the other way. Doesn't try to do too much. I'm telling you right now, man, might be the best shortstop in baseball.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's up there. He's really good.
Look at that slider off the plate. He goes exactly where it's pitched. Beautiful.
And Vaughn Grissom, this guy's having an unbelievable start to his career. Tonight's his 21st game. He just scored his 17th run.
That's pretty good.
That's what wins games right there. 2-out RBIs.
Yes.
So Swanson again on pace for 95 runs batted in. And that's going to be the end of the line for Chad Kuhl, who was brilliant through.
You get to enjoy this chili dog right here for a little bit longer. I'm going to dip a fry in it.
What do we say when you enjoy a chili dog? I think it's like Roll Tide, right?
Yeah, Roll Tide.
There you go. 3-0 is our score. Braves continue with a 3-0 lead.
Baseball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, Delta Airlines, keep climbing, and by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Braves are having some fun, just as are we from the bleachers here in front of the Coors Light Chop House at Truist Park. Atlanta leads 3-0. They've chased Chad Kuhl, and now a pretty impressive reliever is coming on. This is Justin Lawrence. We saw him in the first game of this series, and he was awfully tough. Jeff, you were really impressed with the way this guy threw the ball here.
Well, the angle that he threw it from, it was, coming from the side. You used to have guys like Peter Moylan from the side, more 91, 92. This guy's like 95, 96.
It's fuel. That's what it is.
And so he's facing a red-hot Austin Riley, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Austin's hit his 33rd home run. That was the first run of the night.
How about 34 right here?
There you go.
Why not?
Braves have him 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. So you mentioned when Michael hits home run, show the bullpen some love. Where did that tradition start?
I think we started it in the middle of the year, like this year, and we all just go out of we come out and we stick our hands up and we were just like, show us some love. And I think it really started with Riles, because Riles was like, I'll show y'all love if y'all want me to, and he did it. So then we just told everybody, like, show the bullpen some love. After you hit a homer, we celebrating with you pretty much. So that's why we do that.
Thank you first and plenty of time. Jackson, it's great to have you with us, man.
Oh,
We
it was
appreciate
an honor.
it.
Yeah,
Get
thanks
well
for
loved
soon.
coming, man.
I
One
loved
more
it.
time. One more time.
Roll Tide.
There you go. Jackson Stevens, 3-0 Atlanta. Start tonight, 3-0 Atlanta. We move to the 6th inning. Atlanta's gotten a couple of home runs, one from Riley, one from Harris. And Spencer Strider has struck out 9 through 5 innings, and he's allowed just 1 hit. Kind of reminds you of a young Luke Jackson, doesn't it? Luke is with us tonight.
How you doing, man?
Giving hugs to Brian McCann as he joins us here in the bleachers. What do you say, right-hander? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Rehabbing, coming along. So.
How boring is that getting?
Oh man. No comment on that one. But yeah, it's a grind. But a lot of things in life are. So it's just working through this and getting ready to get back out there.
Where are you in the rehab?
So as of Wednesday was 20 weeks. 24 weeks is about when you start throwing. So
Okay.
end of September, hopefully start getting the ball back in my hand, but hopefully ready for spring training next year.
So like big league teams looking to the playoffs in October and the meaningfulness of that as a team, you're looking toward October for an individual reason.
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Little milestones along the way are always little set goals. Get to.
This is Elihuris Montero, the Colorado third baseman. Luke Spencer Strider is unreal. How do you as a major league pitcher describe him? I've run out of adjectives.
Oh man, with one pitch he's absolutely dominating, and he's got 3 pitches. You know what I mean? So he has an absolutely electric fastball that probably looks like a marble coming in from that low of an arm angle, coming like, I don't know. I saw this pie chart someone broke down and it had like all the major league fastballs, and everyone who throws like 95 plus is like in the middle, and he's like in the other atmosphere of how good his fastball is. And this is the highest stage of baseball, and it looks like he's playing in the wrong game.
Yeah. Chip, you asked about a comp earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Roy Oswalt.
Okay.
Roy Oswalt. Smaller stature, comes at you with 4-seam cheese, and what an amazing career he had.
Yeah,
that's my comp.
I like that.
Roy Oswalt with Craig Kimbrell's arm.
I would say.
There it is.
I would say
Roy
Spencer's
Oswalt.
got a better fastball than Oswalt. Oswalt had that curveball.
But it jumped out of his hand.
Yeah, it came quick. Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Look, you've started and you've relieved. You've closed in the major leagues. For a guy to do this over and over and go through a lineup 2 times or 3 times, needing just 1 pitch many times, but having 2 pitches. That doesn't happen that often, does it?
Yeah. Very rare. Like, you'll see this out of the bullpen. You think it's a guy coming out of the bullpen. He's on a fastball and an occasional slider, but he's using a fastball as a ball as a pitch. He's using a fastball as a strike as a pitch. He's using like a fastball in as his own category.
That's
like
a great call.
You know what I mean?
Great
it's like
call.
he's using so many different angles with his fastball, and it's 100 miles an hour every time.
And it seems effortless.
Yeah, that's also probably doesn't help that he's just
Yeah.
rocking and rolling, and it's coming at 100 miles an hour.
I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Think Edwin Diaz for 9 innings or Aroldis Chapman for 9 innings.
Literally,
right?
literally.
That's just amazing. How
I like the leadoff batter of the game. It's got to be interesting. You come up out of the dugout, you're hitting some off the tee, and then you got a billion. First guy, 1 billion miles an hour coming at you.
Well, he's been brilliant again tonight. Just 67 pitches. This is one of those nights where you hope Spencer Strider can take this one into the 8th. And he has struck out 11 men tonight. And in case you wondered what Spencer's career high is, 13 is the number.
Yeah, this is.
Man, this is a right-handed heavy-hitting team. I mean, it's a nightmare matchup. I hate to say it when you come to the park. That's tough, man. You come into town and you get Max Fried the first night, Kyle Wright last night, who's leading in wins, and then you get this guy the last night.
You get 3 completely different pitchers with the lead stuff. You get a nasty breaking ball guy with a heavy 2-seamer. You get Max, who's like crafty with velo, and then you have just absolute cheddar balls coming for 9 innings.
Makes you miss hitting, doesn't it?
This is insane.
McMahon takes upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Strider's career high 13 strikeouts. The Atlanta record is 15 strikeouts in a game. John Smoltz has done that twice. And the all-time single game record is 18 strikeouts in a game. Hall of Famer Warren Spahn did that. And Strider was the run to the bag, handles that. He is through 6. We continue with Luke Jackson in Atlanta with the Braves in front by 3. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. We've got another guest in our booth.
Look at us. Look at us, guys.
Look at you.
Kidding me?
Unbelievable.
4 best-looking guys in the ballpark.
Well, I bring it down a little bit, but that's fine.
Peter Moylan joins us here tonight.
I can tell you, Matt Olson's up, and B-Mac, guys, has promised me he's hitting one here. I got my Coors Light glove here ready to roll.
That's a tough opponent. Little low 3/4.
He's going to hang something here.
That's what I used to do. Remember that?
Not very often.
That's why you're
You
sitting
were
with us,
automatic,
Peter.
dude.
That's what we love about you.
Peter was automatic for a long, long time.
Lawrence misses down and away from Matt Olson. 2 balls, no strikes. Peter, this is as good as Spencer Strider has been, and he's been plenty good already this year.
Especially after what he did in Colorado when he struggled a little bit with the efficiency. See him come out tonight and just dominate. It's been incredible. But he's done it for the last month, so I'm not surprised.
3-1 record in August. Sub-3 ERA, 38 strikeouts, and just over 26 innings of work for Spencer Strider.
Wow.
And he's been given a 3-run lead here in Game 3 of the series. The Braves trying to take 2 out of 3 from Colorado tonight.
That's the one. I'm hoping he throws that again a little higher.
I tell you, I appreciate the effort. He's trying right now.
Come on.
Needs a hanger.
My night will be complete if he clips this.
Oh, we're gone. We're going to Waffle House if he clips this.
Oh, not to be. Swing and a miss. There is out number 1 in the 6th inning.
Almost.
So Lawrence has his first strikeout. Luke, what's it like pitching to this guy, Travis d'Arnaud?
Oh man, I think it's one of those things where he's such a good person off the field as well that when you get on the mound, it's like this comforting, like it's like your best friend throwing when you're good friends. It's really cool. It's like throwing a BMAC, you know.
Who's your favorite catcher you'd throw him to?
Brian McCann.
Mine's Salvador Perez.
Brian McCann. Brian McCann. Come here.
Great answer.
Travis is my favorite catcher.
Yeah, Travie over the years.
What about you, Peter?
Salvador Perez. David Ross. Anyone else but Brian.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Have you been listening? Brian's killing it.
I haven't been listening at all, surprisingly. I've been trying to focus on the game, and I'm like Vin Scully a little bit. I don't like to listen to anybody else because I want to have my own original ideas.
There you go. I'm having a blast.
You look like you're having a blast.
I'm sweating.
You're made for this.
I'm sweating.
I gave you a lot of props earlier. I said that catchers are like the brains of the operation.
Absolutely.
So usually they become managers, but you just became a golfer.
And if you do, yeah, well, that's true. If you do another one, though, Mac, there's air conditioning upstairs where you get to do it. So it's a lot. It's not quite so toasty.
I know we're not supposed to say this, but this guy's pretty nasty.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
When he came in 2 nights ago, I said I 96 from the side and that sweeping slider. I need my glove back, Peter.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Michael hit one to right center. Just a few sections away from us. If he pulls one here, might cap what's been a great night to this point. Atlanta up 3-0.
Over all the ones up here, have you guys ever gotten a home?
No. We've been dying, man.
Close?
When we played the Tigers, actually a Tigers guy hit it into the chop house.
Yeah.
I kind of got excited.
I need a dead sprint
kind of
if you see one over there. Lay out.
Oh, I told you I will.
Be ready.
Wasn't the best outfielder, but.
Where were you playing catch from earlier?
Right down here. It's actually kind of dangerous.
I was just going to say, it looked like you were hovering on like a Aladdin-style flying carpet.
If I wasn't so athletic and could get down to get the ball, a lot of guys would have tumbled over.
Right. Athlete.
Yep.
Entertainment.
1 ball, 1 strike. And fouled away to the left for Michael Harris.
Luke, how hard has this year been for you? I know, look, you're obviously a great teammate and want to be out there with the guys, but to watch this.
You know, I think the worst part of my day is I get in at 9 a.m. and I leave kind of when the guys are getting in.
Yeah.
But I kind of hang out till like I could see them a little bit,
Yeah.
so I get a little bit of a feel, which is good. So I could have some clubhouse camaraderie in my life, which I don't think without that I might have went in the cuckoo bin already.
Everybody needs
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a clubhouse.
Yeah, I had to have a little bit of clubhouse. And these guys keep me sane. They've been awesome all year, and they're playing great baseball, so it's fun to watch. You know, I can't beat that.
And Luke, we can't wait to see you get back. Enjoy the next month. Get out on that mound, get back, and we can't wait to see you pitching in 2023.
Yeah, thank you guys always.
Luke Jackson, 3-0 Atlanta. We're through 6 here at Truist Park.
Before we get back to Spencer, let's take a quick message from Landmark.
To celebrate our 40th anniversary, Landmark announces 40 days to save. Nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Always the best deal. Always.
What a night for Spencer Strider. He is on an unbelievable roll for the Braves. He's only thrown 71 pitches through 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball. He has struck out 11 Colorado Rockies. And so Peter Moylan, Brian McCann, Jeff Francoeur, Chip Carey with you tonight. Braves are sitting pretty the way Spencer Strider is throwing tonight.
You think that he's done progressing as far as pitching goes, and then he comes out and does something like he does tonight. It's just, I obviously have watched him throughout the course of this year, and the way that he's developed has just been so surprising for someone so young. He takes everything. He's like a sponge.
Yeah.
Everything anybody tells him, he just takes it, grabs it, and runs with it.
He's got 2 elite pitches.
Well, what I love, guys, is the fact he went into New York, didn't pitch great. They kind of hit some, not so hard hits. He talked after the game, and he had, said it. And you know what? He backed it up 5 days later when he faced him again down here, whatever it was, a week later. And he's continuing to do that. He's got an edge to him, and I think you need that on a team.
And he just struck out Iglesias for number 12.
It's almost like he went to another level after that New York series because of all the attention that was given to him. And look, he knew what he was saying, but it didn't come across the right way. He wasn't throwing shade at anybody at New York. He just thought that the hits may have been a little bit lucky. Right, it didn't come across right. But since then, he's just gone on about his business, and we've seen the true Spencer.
Charlie Blackmon will greet him. Blackmon is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strider has struck out every Colorado Rocky batter except for the catcher Diaz tonight. So he has been an equal opportunity dominant pitcher and still throwing 99 miles an hour after 76 pitches.
Every pitch has a purpose. Every pitch he's throwing is with intent, and it's around the zone. He's elevating when he needs to, and this is about as impressive of a performance as you can put on.
So early on, I was questioning whether he was going to be able to get through the lineup a couple of times with just 2 or 3 pitches, but he just seemed to have mastered the fastball location, and just one of the other ones needs to be working at any point.
Yeah, and his misses are right around the plate, so he puts you on swing. You're going up there swinging. If you go up there defensive, you lose.
Right.
So you have to go up there looking to swing early in the count, and that's why his pitch count's so low.
Wow. At the knees, that ties his career high. 13 of them.
Yeah, if you go up there trying to look for something, you're going to be behind.
And this is a perfect example. Look, this is probably not a strike, maybe a ball down, but he's been around the plate all night. This umpire's hunting strikes now.
Not a strike. Who are you kidding?
Look at the frame job. Love that.
So Strider with 13 strikeouts, 2 up, 2 down. C.J. Cron, the hitter, he spoiled the party with a base hit the other way in the 5th. It was right down the right field line. The only hit Strider has allowed tonight.
I'm not sure how much of effect my stretching video has had on Spencer's performance tonight, but I feel like it's a lot.
I agree.
It's almost unquantifiable, Peter. It's been that impressive.
If I knew what that word meant, I would rebut.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, what you love about what Strider's doing tonight, get through 7, maybe 8. Every inning you save the bullpen, Brian, as you know well, is huge in September.
Anytime you can get a starting pitcher to go deep into games, the bullpen is thanking you for, pushing them back a day. You only got so many innings to cover, and you need your starters to go deep. That's still, I don't care, that's still a huge thing when you can get starters to go deep in games. You're saving arms and bullets, and for guys like Moylan that can take a night off.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. It's a new career high. 14 strikeouts for Spencer Strider. It is time for the stretch. It's presented by Synovus as we continue from the bleachers here in Atlanta.
The Stretch is brought to you by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Well, Brian McCann is here. Peter Moylan is here. Jeff Francoeur is here. You'd expect a special night, and we've got one tonight. Atlanta leads 3-0. What a remarkable game for Spencer Strider, Peter Moylan, and I know you've got a special story for us.
I do. Speaking of remarkable, this man right here basically saved my career. There was a point where I came up and I wasn't very good. I was so nervous. I came over here from Australia, as you all know. I was a kid from the WBC that was just basically a media stunt, and I came out and I was, look at my numbers there, they're terrible. Obviously, I had one outing this year, and I was uncomfortable. I was a guy that used to throw 92, 93 miles an hour. Brian McCann's sitting there trying to get me in the zone, and he comes out, and we have a meeting, and he says to me, hey, aren't you that guy that throws 95? And I said, I think so. And you said, let's see it. Next pitch, ground ball double play. I get out of that inning. That was 2007. Safe to say I had a pretty decent year that year, and I owe it all to you, my friend. I'm serious.
You have no idea.
Check out that hairstyle, by the way.
You want me to cry?
No, I don't want you to cry.
You want me to cry?
I'm absolutely serious.
Dude,
you know that. You remember that
no.
conversation.
Hey, listen. You are one of my favorite teammates, and what you did, 80 appearances, 70 appearances, what you did, your workload, you know, you were the best, and you were my favorite. And dude, you just made my night, and that was awesome. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me.
Awesome story. 3-0 Atlanta. We'll get you back to action here at Truist Park. But first, a quick word from our friends at Synovus.
Dude.
Who says there's no crying in baseball? 3-0 Atlanta, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Spencer Strider has struck out 14 men, one away from John Smoltz's Atlanta record.
That was cute, guys, and y'all, I know, but let's talk about these bald heads right here.
Oh,
Look
man.
at this.
Hold on.
Wow.
I chose to shave it.
Two young kids
listen.
just
Talk about
bald.
my teeth. Talk about my teeth.
Tim Hudson came up to me and goes, you're going to regret this. I said, what are you talking about? He said, you should have shaved 2 years ago. You're going to regret this when you look back on your career.
And now look, Peter, full head of hair.
I don't know how that happened.
Unbelievable.
Guys, hair doesn't grow back, but somehow I figured it out.
That's a good story, though, Peter. And that's, I mean, it is true, though. I will say that's what type of stuff Mac did for a lot of guys, not just yourself, but I mean, made guys feel comfortable on the mounds. Like I said, you come in and you make John Smoltz feel comfortable, you're going to stay here for a while.
Man, that's incredible. I remember it. I mean, you were going to be a big piece to the puzzle that year, and you know, I could tell you were a little bit nervous, and you know, I'm glad I gave you a little piece of nugget to get it going. And man, that's we had some amazing times together.
Yeah, we did.
Got some huge outs, and man, it's something I think about all the time.
This is Dinelson Lamet for Colorado, and a check swing strikeout retires Vaughn Grissom, and that's how the home 7th starts. Here's Eddie.
We got to get to Olsen one more time.
Yeah.
Got to give him another shot. Someone's got to get on.
Yeah, need one base runner.
One base runner.
Or what if Eddie goes deep? He's got pull power.
You're right.
I know you guys are very offensively obsessed, but I'm just worried about Spencer Strider, I'll be honest with you.
I'm with you.
I'm ready to see him come back out.
Get in there.
That's hit to the right side. And the peg from second takes care of Rosario. 2 quick outs. And Robbie Grossman will be the hitter.
Robbie's been swinging it good.
Hey, great pickup.
Loved
Robbie
it.
Grossman. Tough at bat. Doesn't swing at balls. Professional at bat. Can play multiple positions. I think humongous pickup.
You know what's funny is I heard someone say something that, you know, Soler last year, Rosario, now Grossman. They said if Alex Anthopoulos calls and asks for an outfielder that's hitting 195 at the trade deadline, keep him.
Yes.
I mean,
Hey, he can
all these
hit.
guys have come over and done great.
He can play.
So much focus at the trade deadline on Ian Happ, and I feel like we got just as good a player right here with Robbie Grossman as far as what he's done so far over here.
Switch hitter. And he's done real good work from this side of the plate, which was the problematic side guy for him over in the American League.
But again, you come to a team, we saw it last year with Rosario, Soler, you know, you get some new guys, you get a few hits. The manager doesn't see you as a 195 hitter. He sees you as the guy that's, you know, 6 for 8 and doing damage.
He's been in the lineup every single day almost.
Absolutely.
He's done a great job.
That's where Snit separates himself from a lot of managers, is in that aspect. And he's not afraid to run you out there every day.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's upstairs from Lamette. And look, it's got to be rejuvenating for a guy going from a team that's out of the playoff race to the defending world champions, and a chance for
100%.
Grossman now to play every day for the most part.
It's an excitement. You walk in the clubhouse, you feel it. You feel it.
2-1 count. Ball 3.
First time I really felt that was in 2010. It was a whole different energy just driving to the field in August and September because you were so close to a playoff berth. And honestly, you feel it in the clubhouse. You feel it everywhere.
Yep.
Pressure lifts, everything lifts.
Yep.
Well, as Brian was saying earlier, Peter, I'm sure you would agree, these games are pressure packed. There's so much on the line. Every pitch means so much, but that's got to be the fun of the game as a professional player.
Absolutely. When you have a purpose, when you come here, look, being in the big leagues is great, obviously. And everybody, people in Pittsburgh and people all over the place that are playing in bad teams are appreciative of the fact that they're in the big leagues. But the whole point of being in the big leagues is to win.
And that one is cut on and missed in the dirt. The peg to first is going to be in time. And Peter, that will send us to the 8th. Look forward to seeing you on Braves Live postgame. The great Peter Moylan with us, joining Brian McCann, Jeff Francoeur, and me here in Game 3 against the Rockies. Well, Spencer Strider's chasing some history in Atlanta tonight. He has struck out 14 men through 7 innings. Here they are, Jeff, on our StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud.
That's what you love is both pitches. You see that 8 on the slider, as good as his fastball is, that goes to show you right there how good the fastball is. Guys are selling out, and they're chasing out of that zone right there. And B-Mac, that's how you get 14 punchies.
100%.
It's been 30 years since John Smoltz first struck out 15 men in a game. He matched his personal record in 2005. Strider has already set a personal record with 14, and he's throwing a one-hitter.
I feel like he set the tone in the first inning. First and second inning, where he got through the first couple innings and didn't really show his off speed yet. And as we get later into games, he's burying that slider when he has to, and just an impressive young man.
Well, if he strikes out the side of the 8th and does it again in the 9th, he could get to 20. I've called a game where a man struck out 20 and gave up 1 hit. That was the Kerry Wood game.
Kerry Wood against the Astros, right?
Yes.
And Kerry Wood had a devastating breaking ball that day, too. And just missed. Defensive change for Atlanta. Guillermo Heredia has taken over for Eddie Rosario in left field. The Braves enjoying a 3-0 lead. Homers by Riley and Michael Harris. That got Manny Gonzalez behind the plate.
It's cooled down a little bit out here, Mac.
I feel good. No, Moylo took the fan.
He did take the fan.
It has cooled down, though.
Yeah, we've already gone over our Bally Polo shirt supply.
I think we're out.
You were out. Totally out.
Out. This is
it. Gone through 3 of them.
I'll make it work.
Who was it? Remember Derek Lowe when we used to, he would go through literally like 4 jerseys in 7 innings. I'm telling you, it's a big advantage for the Braves when some of these teams come in here and play in domes or northern cities.
You talk about another. D. Lowe is one of my favorites.
Oh, he's a gamer.
Riley at third. He'll charge and throw a strike. Strider has out number 1 as we step aside for a quick word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
10 up, 10 down for Spencer Strider, who started the night retiring the first 12 Colorado Rockies. That's right. You are seeing a special game from the Braves rookie right-hander against Colorado. Michael Talia, the batter, he has struck out twice. And off his foot foul. B-Mac, what was your aha moment as a big league hitter in your early days when you said, oh, I didn't see this at Double-A? Was there a guy that sticks out?
100%. I came up, I had bases loaded my rookie year against Brad Lidge. 2 outs, chance to win the game. We were down 1, and he threw me 3 straight sliders, and I swung at all 3 of them, punched out. End of the game, and I'll never forget. I'm walking up the tunnel, and obviously I'm disappointed. And Chipper's in like this little tunnel area where no one can see, and I'm the last one to kind of walk up. And he waited there. And he pulled me in this room, and he goes, "Hey, what's his best pitch?" I said, "His slider." He goes, "You think he's going to throw you a fastball with the game on the line?" And that was kind of like when I was like, "Oh, this is a whole nother level of of competition than Double-A." And those guys, they took me and Jeff under their wing and showed us the game. And I'm in debt to Chipper and Smoltzy and Andrew. Those guys were incredible.
Do you ever wonder how differently, if at all, your career would have been if you had come to a team that you were full of young guys and not veteran players like the ones you just mentioned? Because I had to think that would be a big advantage.
It would have taken me a lot longer. And you may not get it, but the piece of information that we were getting as 21, 22-year-olds were invaluable. And Brian Jordan was another one that he taught me a lot about the game. So just very, very lucky. I'll say that. Very lucky to play in my hometown and play and have those veteran presence teach me the game, teach us the game.
They did it in such a quiet way too, like Max said. Chipper used to get us on the plane. Remember, we'd play cards and he'd just talk about hitting very quietly. Andrew would grab me, let's go to the outfield, take shag balls. So we were very fortunate to have, I agree, to those guys to watch how they did every day. Rafael Fakal, one of my favorite teammates.
Absolutely.
Then Edgar Renneria taught me a lot when he came over.
True professional.
Yeah, how he prepared for the game. I remember my second week in the big leagues, I faced Billy Wagner in the 9th inning at Shea Stadium, and that was mine. Like, I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah. The point of
and
that,
I don't want to see it again.
Well, that point of that question was for Talia. Made his major league debut in this series. He just picked up a double for the second Colorado hit.
Pretty good. Hit a home run last night off Jansen, and big 2-run shot. And hit a double tonight off Strider when they really hadn't touched him.
Well, this is the only Rocky that Strider has not yet struck out in the game. How fitting would it be for a Braves record tying number 15 for Elias Diaz, who's behind 0-2. Strider's 94th pitch.
This is where, as a catcher, taking a good swing like that, bounce a slider and see where the hitter's at. He may chase it, and if he doesn't, you can kind of read his reaction of, and you can kind of see where the hitter's at.
Action has begun in the Braves bullpen. Raisel Iglesias is the first man up. And the 0-2 pitch. Oh, just didn't stick.
Mac, how do you like the pitch comp stuff? Just watching it there.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's great.
Would you want to use it even with nobody on base? Or
yeah, I think I would. I would ask the pitcher. I'm waiting for when's the pitcher going to have it on their glove, and the pitcher call the game. You know what I mean? Like, you get a veteran guy who, I'm just going to hit it when I go behind the thing.
Wow, never thought of that.
Right?
Great thinking, man.
Hey, I'm way.
You should come to this more and less golf.
Someone will do it. But right here, if he goes back to that slider and put it on the plate, just get it down.
Tapper slowly hit. Dansby's got it. His peg to first, off Olson's glove. Everybody's going to be safe. And runners are at first and third. And that changes things now, because the Rockies will bring the tying run to the plate.
Good call, Mac. He made the pitch, got the weak contact that he wanted here. Dansby seemed to make a good throw. But Matt just missed it. He stretched too far and it went off the top of his glove.
So for the first time since the early innings, Strider has to make some pressure-packed pitches. The double play is in order with Elihuris Montero, the hitter. He's 0 for 2. Records are nice and all, but you got to win the game. And downstairs, ball 1. Saw Brian Snitker. Big exhale. The pressure ratcheting up here in the 8th inning after a dominant performance from Strider. It's an important game for the Braves. As you know by now, they saw the Mets beat the Dodgers. So Atlanta has to win this one to stay 3 back in the East. Talia at third. The catcher Diaz, the man at first. Driven toward foul ground in right. And Strider again has his man set up. 1-2.
These are the situations that early in the game, if a starting pitcher can hold some of his pitches, now's the time where you go to it. He's gonna live and die with that slider here. He's gonna either try to get a punch out or a rollover, and he's got 3 pitches to work with here, and he's not gonna give in. He's gonna make his pitch. There it is.
Did he
Bring
go?
him up.
Yeah, he did.
Good call.
That ties the Atlanta record.
Let's go.
You'd have thought you caught or something, Mac.
That's what I miss about the game right there. I miss it.
Chess match.
I miss it.
Spencer Strider just struck out his 15th Colorado Rocky, matching John Smoltz for most in Atlanta history.
Bet you Smoltzy's watching at home tonight.
And then right here, come at him. Come at him. This will be his last inning.
Empty the tank time
right here.
With Sean Bouchard, who has struck out twice, once swinging, once looking.
It's amazing, isn't it, man? 98 on the 100th and first pitch of the night.
And this is one of those games where you look at the pitch count and say, not much stress.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Go right at him.
2. 3 straight games for Strider at 100 pitches or more. And the error at first has extended the inning for the Braves right-hander.
What a great pitch.
Yeah. Awesome pitch.
Slider 2-0. Got a young hitter here thinking 2-0. I'm getting fastball. A guy that throws 100.
With a 3-0 lead right there, you know, he's not giving him a heater there. And right here, you know, this is one of those pitches where you're going to see where the hitter's at. There it is.
He's a strike away from history.
Just like anything, Mac, you go right back to that same pitch.
Yeah.
Now with a full count, this is the most important pitch of the game.
Right back to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, just get it a little bit higher up. This kid wants to swing right now. Place is going crazy.
Yeah. Let's go.
Sweet 16 for Spencer Strider and a new Atlanta record. Has made some history. For the first time since Warren Spahn had 18 strikeouts in Boston, Spencer Strider with 16, the most ever by a Brave starter in either Milwaukee or Atlanta history. with 8 innings, Jeff, of 2-hit shutout ball.
Unbelievable. I mean, look at Snit right there. You talk about a manager that's, 16 strikeouts, and the way he did it tonight. Fastball, as B-Mac said, threw that early, saved that slider for late, Mac.
Yeah.
16 punchies.
So that is our Zaxby's indescribably good play. Brian is 174 strikeouts and 114 innings good.
Yeah. And how many walks? Like it's like 30. He's got like it's like his ratio is
38.
like it's not a rookie.
Yeah.
You know, like those numbers are someone that came up here like expecting to perform.
You know, Mac's going to have to come back now. I mean, your first game, you get 16 punch outs.
I'll be back.
A record.
You guys have been great. This has been fun.
What a treat, huh? 16 strikeout game for Spencer Strider. Now Chad Smith takes over for Colorado.
You going to let Smoltzy know tomorrow morning on the golf course that his record got broken?
Yes.
Somehow I think he knows. What a night. Atlanta leading 3-0. As that's down and in.
That's what you love, Mac. Like you said, he unloaded those fastballs early, and then at the end, instead of trying to get all macho man, I'm going to blow it by you, he threw his other pitch.
Yeah, he pitched to the score of the game.
Yeah.
3-0 lead. You got a base open. I don't care if it's second base. And then you take your chances with the bullpen, who's been lights out all year. And that's how you navigate a game as a catcher. That's, Travis, I can't give him enough credit because he's been doing this a long time, and so I'm a huge fan.
And look, while Strider was chasing the individual mark, let's not forget the bigger picture. He had 2 on and had 2 hitters representing the tying run coming up in this game and struck him out. To short off the bat of Ronald. There is out number 1 here in the Atlanta 8th as we step aside for a word from Zaxby's.
Try Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate with Tongue Torch, Zax Sauce, or any of our sauces.
Dansby Swanson has an RBI tonight. He's 1 for 3. So looking ahead to the 9th inning, the 1, 2, 3 hitters are coming up for Colorado, and every single batter will be dancing to the batter's box because Strider's out of the game, or should be.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I actually shaved it. I should have shaved a mustache.
Right? I look bad with a mustache.
Yeah, how was that in New York when you had to shave?
I don't have a face. I don't have the correct face for no facial hair, dude. I just don't.
The correct face.
I don't think I've ever heard it said that way.
I love it.
Swing and a miss.
That's why Brian's the best. He knows his limitations.
Yeah.
Or as Jeff always says in the booth when we have our wardrobe competition, it's not your fault.
and beat him every night. It's feel bad for him. And then we actually 2 nights ago wore the same shirt. That one hurt a little bit.
It's beautiful.
Chip, that was his favorite. He wears it waiting for me to wear it in.
Yep.
So I hadn't worn the shirt all year. And I was finally looking at him like, I got to wear this. And I wear it, and I come walking in, and he's got the biggest smile on his face.
Got him. Got him.
Like Step Brothers on the open.
Exactly. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Chad Smith. And that catches it inside corner. And that's the second out. Before we get too much later, let's check out our Xfinity game break. Speaking of history, here's a friendly moment. Brian McCann, a triple. Remember this one?
Look
at that run.
Wait till you see Chipper.
I think I can. I know I can.
There's
Look at Chip. Oh, man. I got to third base for you. You
I hit a sack fly.
You sack fly.
I remember that because I gave you the biggest hug.
Yeah.
And I was worried between that and the triple, you were going to need an oxygen mask.
Yeah, I did.
You find out real fast how far it is to go late to third, right?
I don't know how many of those I had, but they weren't many.
I'm told you had 5.
I'll take it.
Man, you want to know how big Turner Field was? That ball that Brian just hit, I might have been catching it right here.
Yeah, this is.
Look at that. Look at, and that's Snip.
Yeah.
Look at the stash. No, doesn't have a stash.
Look at the head first slide, though. Oof.
That looked like it hurt.
if you see it, I kept my head down because I didn't want to look in the dugout because I knew everybody was going to be all over me.
I mean, Snit was telling you to get down.
I know. And I felt like if you hit a triple, I feel like you have to go into third head first. You can't just slide. You got to
make it look good.
Yeah, you got to end it.
Austin Riley up for the Braves in the home eighth. He's hit a homer and has a single. What a year for Austin Riley.
And I'm telling you, he's going to end up, whether he wins it or not, top 2 or 3 in the MVP voting.
Yes.
Yep.
Him, Goldschmidt.
'71 extra base hits by my count for Austin Riley.
No.
And Manny Gonzalez rings him up and sends this game to the 9th inning. 3 outs to get for a series win.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Xfinity, supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi, unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity, and by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by the All-South Highway Safety Team, never mix drinking and driving, and by Kaiser Permanente.
Well, it wasn't so long ago that Brian McCann was playing here at Truist Park. 2 of his 69 hits in the 2019 season for Atlanta. Let's not forget the contributions Brian McCann made in helping the Braves get to and win the World Series. Before we get to the 9th inning, let's step aside for a word from the Home Depot.
Scan the field and read the product review. Check inventory status and place your order easily in the Home Depot app.
Kenley Jansen is on, looking for save number 31. BMAC, 8 years for Kenley Jansen with 30 or more saves, including 1 in this series.
That is filthy. He's filthy. That cutter, it's got incredible movement. Pitches to both sides of the plate. Great pickup for the Braves.
Last couple outings, Kenley's given up runs. As a big league catcher, when a closer the caliber of Kenley Jansen goes through what he is, and they all do, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to him? How do you help him work through that?
He's such a veteran that he knows himself inside and out. He's got a routine he sticks by, and when you stick to your routine, at the end of the day, the chips fall where they may, and he's been doing this for a long time, and I would tell him just keep doing what you're doing. You've been through this so many years, and he's fine.
I think a perfect example, and Brian Snitker can draw from this, is Will Smith last year. How many times on this broadcast do we talk, and people would be like, man, he's going to blow it, or, if we get to the postseason, what do you do in the postseason? 7 for 7.
Yeah.
And was the man on the mound to win the World Series.
Yeah, when the chips are in the middle of the table, that's when you want him at his best.
And I've always said it, when you make a move in the 9th inning, you better be prepared to do it and stick with it. It's not one of those things. And it's different. Pitching in the 7th, 8th inning, Mac, you can say it's completely different than that 9th.
The 9th is the hardest one to get, and this is a perfect, 3-0. This is perfect opportunity right here.
Jose Iglesias with 1 out in the 9th. Little pop. Grissom drifting out. He's got it over the left shoulder. Good play. 2 outs. With all that's gone on tonight, we've hardly mentioned Ozzie Albies has started his rehab at Gwinnett.
He's the best. You talk about another leader.
It just brings the energy, man.
Big time leader. Big time leader. One of my favorites ever.
Charlie Blackmon, the final hope. And then we'll wish the Rockies well the rest of the way. We'll see them in 2023. Braves looking for win number 81. Ball 1 for Blackmon, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Braves Live post game will follow us. Trevor Gordon Peters standing by to wrap up what we hope will be a 3-0 shutout win on what's already been a record-setting night. And Blackman skies that out of play foul. 2 balls and a strike. The Marlins are here tomorrow night.
Fighting fish.
Fighting fish. The Braves will have a fight on their hands. In game 1, Charlie Morton and Sandy Alcantara will match up.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Power right-handers.
The Braves are a strike away.
Austin's got to run all the way across the diamond.
Atlanta 1 pitch away perhaps from its 8th shutout win. In the air, center. And this game is in the history books. Atlanta wins the series. Jansen saves it for Spencer Strider. What a night in Atlanta tonight, guys.
I can't thank you guys enough. This has been amazing, and I appreciate the 2 of you so much. Huge win right there.
I mean, you're going to have to do it again, Mac. I mean, you show up. Spencer Strider sides 16. Jackson Stevens hammering a hot dog.
Let's go.
What's better than that?
Now, that was an awesome game, awesome win. As advertised, better than advertised, Spencer Strider. That was worth the price of admission and special.
Speaking of special,
look at him.
We love you, pal. This is a treat for us. Always a treat. The great Brian McCann with us tonight. Atlanta shuts out the Colorado Rockies. Spencer Strider with a franchise record 16 strikeouts and his 9th victory of the season. Jeff, what a way to send us into the weekend.
Man, what a game. My bud doing his first game, getting a 3-0 shutout.
He's 1-0. He's got to come back.
I'll be back.
Our next telecast is Saturday night, game 2 between the Braves and the Marlins. So for Jeff Rancourt, for Brian McCann and our cast of thousands, and especially our Great Valley Sports crew for their hard work. These bleacher games are tough to pull off, but they made it seamless, and we really appreciate all of that. We'll wrap things up for you on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. That's next.